Hello YouTube, I'm here with another game. This one is called Duskbound. It is a visual novel with apparently 5 different endings, CGs, about a cursed romance with a possibly unhinged vampire under the eternal glow of the red moonlight. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see, this game contains things that are not suitable for everyone, so I might have to learn how to censor things. Would you like to see the content warnings? No. Thank you. So, warning for everybody else, potentially disturbing topics. You have been warned. There is no light in this city. A dull red moon is all that illuminates our eternal night. Even the lanterns are obscured by countless moths. People trace the same paths every day, seemingly possessed by no spirit at all, simply droning on. Some days it feels like I am the only one who is alive, and everyone else is merely a ghost. It wasn't always like that. Long ago, this city shone as a beacon to all those who believe in the one Lord. Until the Red Plague fell upon us, our great cathedral was abandoned by those who proclaimed they would save us. They took the light with them when they left. But they couldn't take everything from us. I, for one, have done my best to find hope in small things. Like my meeting with him. There is no light in this city, but he is the sun. I don't know who he is, but I saw him one day ambling through the town square. His garments were impeccably tailored, and his hair framed his face in a way I had only seen in paintings. And those fine threads. If he had stopped by my workshop, I would have surely remembered. Of course, I have seen attractive men in my life, but there's simply something different about him, and that glint in his eyes. As I examined him, his eyes met mine, and a radiant smile came over his features. The light behind his eyes shone so dazzlingly that I hadn't seen anyone in this city look like that in years. When it occurred to me that I was staring at him, I quickly averted my eyes. Excuse me. I rushed past him, embarrassed by the blush slowly rising to my cheeks. In the days that followed, I passed by the town square as often as I could to afford myself the time to hoping to catch a glimmer of him again. I had to confirm for myself that he was not an illusion. More than that, I had to confirm that the light that I had found in his eyes was more than just a fluke. The longer I went without seeing him, the more I became convinced that I had made it all up. That he was no different from the others, and that I was desperate for anything that would change the monotony of my dull days. But he was there, again, and that same expression. Was unmistakably real. He was looking at me with those eyes. How dare he look at me with those eyes that he uses to see things? Eyes that make me forget about this dreary place, that send me far, far away. Ever since then, I couldn't get him out of my head. More so, I couldn't let go. At first I was content glancing at him every now and then, a gentle reminder that not all is dark and not all is hope is lost. But the more I gave in to this thinking about him, the less I could accept the daily routine that I had been shoving down my own throat and pretending I was content with. What I'm saying is, I grew greedy. I had been looking for an escape this entire time, not knowing how to find one. I could leave, but where to? Nothing but death awaits those who venture outside of the city walls. The only solace available to me might be the arms of another, but I have never found anyone fit to hold me. Still, things are different now. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. By the way, this font's atrocious to try to read for someone with dyslexia. It's very pretty, and it goes with the style, but it is a nightmare for someone with dyslexia, just prefacing that I'm gonna have some mistakes here and there. Now he's looking at me with those eyes again. I swallowed hard, trying to calm my quaking heart and nervous breathing. He's mesmerizing. Hello. Good day. Can I help you? I don't believe we've met. Oh, of course. Why did he remember me? The words I so carefully rehearsed failed to spill from my lips. Well, I've seen you around in the town square. Oh no, this isn't going anywhere. Oh, I recall now. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you earlier. I don't receive guests too often. Please, come in. Why don't you join me for some tea? I like coffee. Sorry. It's something of a hobby of mine, growing plants and combining them into interesting flavor combinations. Unfortunately, I am rather strapped for taste testers, so I'm unsure if they're any good. My face flushes. He's being so kind, but why? I'm no more than a stranger plucked from the streets. Perhaps, could it be, he sees the same light in my eyes that I see in his? A gentle warmth spreads throughout me, and I finally find it in me to meet his gaze. That sounds so lovely. I must admit, I'm no connoisseur of tea, but I do enjoy a cup every now and then. With plenty of milk, preferably. Ew. What is wrong with you? You don't put a lot of milk in tea. Maybe coffee I could understand, but tea? Oh, maybe this is a faux pas to a true tea enthusiast. No such thing. Some teas are better with milk and some without. There is plenty of time to get you acquainted. But please, it's quite chilly outside. Do come in, I insist. I nod in agreement and cannot help my smile from growing wider. It seems that whosoever is staring truly does come out victorious. As I enter through the door for him, I glance up at him and can't help but notice those teeth. They look awfully sharp. The mansion's interior is reminiscent of an antique shop, one that does not get customers too often. There's an eeriness to the way it looks, almost abandoned, half hidden behind cobwebs and dust, but the familiar smell of old books wafting over me is enough to put me at ease. As I follow him through the hallway, I look around and wonder. The walls are lined with portraits of women. All of them look different, but they bear a chilling resemblance to one another. Some of them look expressionless, others sad or even anguished. Not one of them wears a smile. But the most unsettling of all, they reminded me so very much of me. Oh. I am a nosy person. I would probably try to talk about their portraits. What lovely portraits! The artistry is apparent, but I must say they look so solid. Might I ask the story of these paintings? He turns around slowly and purses his lips, as though he's unsure how to respond. After a drawn-out silence, I start. Oh, I'm sorry if I pried into something I shouldn't have. His eyes soften. No, don't worry. It's another hobby of mine, though I fear I'm not very good at it. After all this time painting the same subject, I have at least managed a modicum of skill in portraiture. Oh my goodness. I promise I can read. So they're all portraits of the same woman. Then what love he must have had for her. I feel a pang of jealousy within my gut as I picture him gazing at her intently, working to capture her likeness stroke by stroke. Interesting word choice. Mr. Question Marks that threw me off. Do you like them? It's awfully rude. You haven't even introduced yourself yet. I don't even know your name. Why'd I go into a stranger's house without even knowing their name? I am not a smart person in this game. He stares longingly at the paintings for a moment, then directs his attention back to me. They're beautiful, truly. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. However, if you wouldn't mind me asking, who is she? He chuckles, turning his gaze to me. You're just the same as always. What? Can't you see? They're all you. All of them are you. My beautiful pale one, shining like the moon in the night sky. How I would have loved to capture your smile. Ah, I can feel it. How you feel it too, don't you? Oh, you feel it too, don't you? Yes, this time it's different. The miracle I have been waiting for. You're drawn to me this time. You've never looked at me like that. Scarlet eyes sparkling. That face, no pain, no fear. It makes me happy. I'm gonna panic. I don't know what you're on about. I cannot deny that these portraits do bear some resemblance to me, but we haven't met, and I've certainly not sat for any portraits. That's a look. No. Just when I thought that things had changed. What was it this time? Was it something I said? It's useless, isn't it? Why must you torment me like this? The light I saw in him left his eyes completely in that moment. A cold shell remained, leaving me to wonder which one was the real him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have to leave. Smart idea. I take a step backwards towards the front door, and he grips my wrist with terrifying strength. Uh-oh, I'm afraid you can't do that. I glance at his stoic face with bewilderment. Why is his expression so dead? I can't understand any of this. And his eyes, how hollow they seem now, all the light extinguished. It pains me to see him so, but as he tightens his hold on my wrist, I snap back in the situation at hand. I try to pull my arm from his grip, but it suddenly won't move. I guess I keep pulling. I think we're getting a bad ending. I keep pulling with what strength I have, but it wouldn't move at all. Just what do you want from me? Look at me with those eyes again, and things can go back to normal. Please, my dearest moon, look at me. Oh. You're, something's wrong with you. I don't look up. I know what he wants now, but I'm terrified. How can my eyes fill with love when he has lost every very thing that pulled me in? Pull my arm with all my strength or force a smile. I mean, if it's canon me, I'd probably force a smile and try to get out of the situation peacefully. I muster my best attempt at a smile, but it feels lopsided and wrong at best. Aha. Ah, great, he's gone nuts. An absolutely joyless laughter resounds throughout the hallway and my house. Pathetic. Absolutely pitiful, really. As suddenly as it appeared, his smile recedes from his features to reveal an almost fragile expression. Oh, my dearest Pale, how I squandered this chance. Next time I'll do better, I promise. Alas, until then, whenever and however that may be. And without warning, he knocks me out. There it is. Well, I guess she's getting what she wanted. She wanted to be painted, and here she is. She's being painted. I slowly open my eyes, and a wave of panic washes over me as I realize I'm tied to a chair. That's when I notice him sitting across from me, his expression hidden behind his easel. I try screaming, begging, bargaining, anything that could get him to listen. But he no longer looks at me. He simply stares off into some impossibly far distance, somewhere I can't reach, and probably somewhere he can't reach either. As he looks through me, he paints my form as though possessed. With an erratic stroke, he transposes a piece of me from reality into his canvas. And once he's done, there'll be nothing left of me. Ending 1 answered your own question. Let's do it again. I want to get more of an ending, not a like, you screwed up, try again ending. So let's start again. We'll skip through everything that we have seen. Okay, let's keep quiet this time. I don't want to pry into his affairs. Everyone in this city has a past, and it's rarely something enjoyable to talk about. There is none whom the Red Plague has not affected. The eternal night fell on all of us, and as much as anyone might try to deny it, it took something from us. We make do with what we have left, and it's not up to me to open those wounds again. Besides, I am a guest. It would be rude of me to pester him with intrusive questions when we've only just been properly acquainted. I'd have expected a mansion of this size to have servants sweeping through the floors or conversing in hushed whispers as they passed through the hallways. However, I didn't see a single soul as he guides me to the drawing room, our only accompaniment, the echoed sound of our footsteps. The more I see of his residence, the more I'm reminded of a ruin, a tomb where some nobleman lies buried beneath piles of luxuries he no longer has any use for. A deep sense of loneliness seeps out of every wall, threatening to suffocate. She thinks a lot. I think she thinks too much. Oh man, I wonder how he feels wandering through these hallways all alone. Oh, mercy me. Here we are. Please, have a seat. I'll be right back. He gestures at the worn, down, but clearly well-made sofa before disappearing behind the door. I sit down and look around the room to pass the time. It's beautiful, but it looks somehow disheveled. Apparently I have opinions about everything in this room. Okay, the painting sucks, the drapery doesn't match, why do you have a doily in the table, and a bookcase in your drawing room? Who's going to be coming to your house to read? Like, I mean, maybe he's autistic, maybe he's an autistic vampire, and him and his bride just sit in the same room and ignore each other. They both read books. What do I know? The candles stand crooked in the candlestick, and a thin layer of dust covers most surfaces in the room, further exemplifying its apparent disuse. He steps back inside, a silver tray held delicately in hand. I hope I didn't keep you waiting for too long. Oh, not at all. He swiftly places down 2 elegant teacups on the table, their aromatic steam breathing life into the stillness of the room. The sight of the lace doilies' pristine white color makes a slight worry creep up in my back. I must not spill the tea. Steadying my hand, I lift the teacup and bring it to my lips. The tea ripples as I blow onto it gently. I think in such detail. I'm not making fun of you, developer. I'm not, I promise. It's the difficulty of the text. Plain and simple. And which is a me thing, not a you thing. Steadying my hand, I lift the teacup and bring it to my lips. The tea ripples as I blow on it gently. We did that. Of course, it is entirely too hot to drink. Yeah, and then if you give it 5 minutes, it'll be cold and it'll taste gross. Drink it hot. This was merely a practice run. That's a way of describing it. Perhaps a few minutes of conversation should have it ready. I take it you do not make much of use of the drawing room? He lowers his cup and nods. I suppose it was obvious. The majority of my time is spent in my... I'm butchering this one, and it ain't the dyslexia. Atelier. I don't know what that even is. Or in my study when I wish to read. Why are books here? Sir? Are those just decoration books? Like, you can store your keys inside of them or something? As you can likely tell by now, this place is too spacious for me alone. Still, as long as I live in this dreaded city, I can't bring myself to abandon my family home, even if little remains of those who once called it so. Perhaps especially so because of that. I'm still perturbed by the fact that I do not know this man's name. I would have asked, like, in the beginning. Like, before I even went in the door. This is... I'm a weird person for not asking, and he's a weird person for not telling me. Perhaps especially so because of that. I fall silent for a moment, unsure of how to respond. Should I distract him from the dreary topic by delving into our shared interest in reading? It doesn't feel right skirting around his tragedy merely because it is unpleasant. Was it the Red Plague? My sister and I lost our parents and our baby brother. It must have been hard, not having anyone. I did not mean to make you pity me. Death might be a consolation compared to wandering around this ghost of a city. I do hope your family is at peace. Apologies, I did not mean to dampen the mood. Now enough of all that. Tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? Oh no, I can't avoid it any longer. I have to tell the truth. I'm a creep. I was staring at you and then I started stalking you, and so I came here, because the city's boring. I'm still not making fun of you, developer. Personal opinions are allowed for every individual. I came here for a reason, but would it be absurd to lay it on the table like this so soon? Oh, well. I mean, it might get me a bad end. Alright, I'm confessing my love. Perhaps, against my better judgment, I muster up the courage to get the words out of my mouth. I'm a creep. I stalked you and followed you to your house. I'm about to say something insolent and brash. Will you forgive me? You can say anything to me and I'll accept it. That's not healthy, sir. My forgiveness is always, irrevocably yours. Something about the kind look in his eyes and the candor in his words gives me peace. I do not deserve this warmth. No, probably not. That's illegal to do that. He should be calling the police on us, frankly. Because I don't know if we're even a safe. What if we have a wooden stake behind our back? Or tucked in somewhere? Oh god, now her heart rate increased. The reason I came here today is because I cannot forget about you. I simply cannot let you go. Oh god, we're creepy. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. I'll save here. Might as well. No reason not to. Return. Again, very beautiful text. A nightmare for any dyslexic person to try to read. But very fitting, very stylistic, goes with the game, looks good. Just a nightmare. I'm an artist and now a gamer, so aesthetically, it looks lovely. It's a nightmare to try to read. Please forgive me. Ever since the eternal night fell, everyone in this city has been lost. They aren't alive. They're only puppets acting out some play long after the audience has left. I too was lost. But when I looked into your eyes for the first time, I felt found. You aren't like them. You are the only person in this world who feels real. Oh, I don't know if he likes that. That could either be shock and happy, or shock and he's thinking what I told him to do. I know this sounds like insanity, and you are free to send me away. I have seen the way you look at me. If it is as I suspect, and this feeling is something you recognize, then please let me stay by your side. My heart pounds against my chest, but I feel relieved to finally speak out loud the feelings I've held inside for probably a long time. People don't get like this all of a sudden. No matter what comes next, truly, you mean it? The animosity I've been waiting for is finally here. The anomaly, animosity. The anomaly I have been waiting for is finally here. When I pick up my teacup to calm my quaking nerves, he leaps up from his seat. Wait, don't drink that. You were gonna murder me? You could have just called the police. It's, that's... But, oh, wait, the other ending. He knocks the teacup out of my hand, shattering it onto the floor. Ah! One of the shards embeds itself into my wrist, great, and the bright red blood wells up. The blood? What's gotten into him? I flinch as I pull the porcelain shard out of my wound, and the blink of an eye, he is beside me. Very close beside me. Oh my. He takes no heed of the teacup's remains or its contents spilled on the floor, his gaze fixed intently on the cut. His lips press against my wound, as if driven by an overwhelming compulsion. What? I'm surprised I don't rip away. That'd be kinda... if I didn't know he was a vampire, that'd be awfully strange. Like, of course, your mouth, that's uncleanly. Did you brush your teeth first? Let's get some water and soap and maybe a bandage. But hey, gamer logic. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gamer logic, because it doesn't make sense. But in the context of the game, it does. And I do love dark horror romance novels for the FYI. Stop it! What are you doing? Oh boy. Don't resist. Don't tell me what to do. I shudder as he runs his tongue along the blood trailing down my hand and his eyes locking into mine. You said it yourself, you feel this bond between us as well as I do. So allow me. Then his fangs penetrate my skin deeper than the porcelain shard ever did. Ow. Tears prick at the corner of my eyes and the pain radiates from my wrist. And I sit there just staring, because apparently that's my main hobby, is just staring off to the distance, or staring at people and things and describing camera logic. But why? Why am I crying? Isn't this what I wanted? Ow, stop, it hurts. Ha, I just can't help it. Goodness, why did you have to go and hurt yourself like that? I see the warnings. Don't worry, I'll make it feel good soon. An unprecedented and exhilarating pleasure soon starts to mix into the pain surging through me. Heat rises in my cheeks, and I cannot find the strength nor the will to stop him. We might have to just skip some of this. Such a feeling must be unnatural, then why? Why am I not stopping him? Pale, stay by my side. I'm frozen in place as he moves on top of me, sinking his fangs into my neck and alternating his bites with gentleness, with gentle kisses in the same places. Tears pool in my eyes and blur my vision. They flow uncontrollably, but I can no longer tell if they are sorrow or bliss. This intoxicating feeling fills up every corner of my mind, overwhelming my senses until I cannot even think straight. There's so much blood. If this goes on, then I'll perish, unalive, nearer. Stop, I'm dying. Humans only have so much blood in their system, and if you take all of it, I'm gonna die. I can't even muster words, and he seems too enraptured to notice, lapping up what blood he can. This is it. An observer in my own body, quite literally. I lay motionless until even my heart beat still, so I just straight up was like, I was full send. Dearest, pale one, you. Oh, no, answer me. No, wait. Oh, why? What have I done? And then he loses his mind. This dreaded curse. I didn't even tell her my name. Unhappy accident. I'm not actually trying to get all the endings, but I just want one good one. I say as I always try to pick the bad options. Conflicting emotions slosh around the pit of my stomach, causing me to fall silent. I don't know how these paintings could possibly be of me, but how could I not feel flattered by such words? Our meeting in the town square must have made quite an impact on him after all. It seems he was simply afraid of overwhelming me. He's odd. But perhaps it's precisely that which has me charmed. I can't deny that the connection I feel towards him seems like something more than a whim. Something is set a light in the air between us when our eyes meet. Something that was always there in my dreams, just out of reach. But he's here now, and he's real. And he feels real, too. Who am I to scoff at that, when I'm the only one who could possibly understand? You would compare me to the moon? It's embarrassing to admit it, but ever since I first laid eyes on you in the town square, you've been like the sun to me. You shine in those dreary days of dullness, reminding me of what good remains in this world. I bashfully squint my eyes and shut, and will myself to turn invisible. I can't believe I just said that out loud. If only you knew, my dear pale one, rays of light that can only reach their true magnificence when reflected by the moon. Alright, he's being romantic in this run. I'd have expected a mansion of this size to have several servants. We read this one, and then new stuff. Then again, with the things he had said before, it feels as though he already knows my heart. Is there any point in hiding it anymore? We don't want to unalive, so we're gonna ask him about stuff. Get a conversation going. Despite feeling confident earlier, I have lost my nerve. Thinking about how I compared him to the sun makes me feel like an imbecile. Yeah, I'd be a little embarrassed. I mean, it's cute, though. It's very cute. Oh, how I would love to confess, but I cannot do it yet. Why did he have to ask me so forthrightingly? I look into his captivating amber eyes and take a sip of my tea. I can't bear to lie to him. All I can do is avoid his inquiry by subtly changing the subject. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself yet. Oh, that's right. He murked me, and I didn't even know his name. Rude. That's not romantic. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself yet. Neither of you, but that's besides the point. My name is... Before I realize it, he's put his finger on my lips. Our first touch. I can't suppress the faintest flutter of my heart. The chill of his cold skin lingers on my lips, even when he moves his hand away. It's not important. Not yet. He's got a whole plan going on in his head, huh? I'll get to know you in many ways, and this one will be the last. I knew that there was something more to him from the first moment I saw him. My fascination with him is only heightened by those mysterious digressions. Very well, I'll oblige you. In return, will you tell me your name? We're gonna name him Virgil, for short. Virgilus. Virgilus de Lanceroy? Virgil, that's your name. Virgilus, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. He sheepishly nods his head. I let his name swish around the inside of my mouth like wine. It's pleasant. Have you been living in this city for long? Virgil. Oh, so very long. Longer than I can be bothered to remember. Tell me, have you ever tried to leave? Me? Leave? Where to? I mean, based on what I have heard, the journey past these city's walls spells certain death for someone like me. I have tried. It's not the journey that's impossible. It's the very act of stepping outside the city walls. Some dark force wraps itself around me enough to make me stagger and suffer, but never enough to kill. So like you, I have been stuck here, wanting nothing more than to leave, yet not knowing how. My eyes widen with curiosity. I've never heard of anyone who has tried to leave this place. We all resign ourselves to our hopeless fate and do nothing but pray that the one Lord that things will change, but they never do. Everything only falls into further disrepair. Yet still I cannot shake the small grain of hope that embeds itself in my heart. I want to know what he has found. I lift my cup and take another sip of tea. But I feel myself growing hazy, and my attention slips. What kind of tea did you say this was? Ah, crap. I think he gave me some of that cannabis tea. That might be what I call it from now on, cannabis. I do hope the tea was to your liking. Muffled screams startle me awake, and as I desperately attempt to jolt up, I am met with a searing ache that grips my entire body. I can't see anything. A cold sweat runs down my back, and my breath hitches in my throat. My head swirls with questions as my situation sinks in. What happened? Where is he? How could he do this to me? Yeah. You should have seen what he did in the other universe. It was unpleasant. I think. I try to sit up more slowly this time. We're chained. Only then do I sense the presence of a tightly yanked chain around my ankle. It allows for minimal movement, keeping me tethered to this wretched place. My eyes adjust. Wow, she is full board with all of her emotions. My eyes adjust as I feel my way around the room, hands moving against peeling wallpaper, gripping on the fabric and accidentally knocking me against the wood. It's no dark, dank attic. It appears to be a fairly well-maintained guest bedroom. Or perhaps it used to be someone else's. Melancholy thought. You're finally awake. I gasp involuntarily at the sight of him. Now I have the appropriate fear, unfortunately, at the improper time. Don't be afraid, dear pale one. I would never hurt you. The sound of muffled screaming fills the air once more, and I recoil. What are those sounds? And whose blood is that? He He wipes the blood from his face and licks his finger in a smooth, practiced gesture as he draws it closer to me. As he draws closer to me. Up close and under dim lighting, I notice an almost otherworldly glow in his golden eyes. The faint scent emanating from him is nostalgic and somehow intoxicating. It's making my head spin. Now that's just the tea. You must have heard the tales. Perhaps you dismiss them all as nonsense, but red plague isn't always fatal. Those of us unfortunate enough to survive it are changed forever. It is blood and blood alone that sustains us. You're a vampire! The teeth didn't give you away. I am in sudden shock. My breath gets more erratic as his face inches closer. Do I frighten you? You seem to like that prospect. I avert my eyes and look at the floor. I want to say that he does. Of course he does. Yet, despite that, something inside of me still finds him beautiful. As I ponder my response, my eyes hover over the chain around my ankle. Could my judgment be so clouded by his golden eyes and silver tongue? Yes, it was. Congratulations. It's wonderful you're having this epiphany now. I yank on the chain and muster the courage to look at him. Remove this chain immediately. Now there's me. That don't tell me what to do. Of course, Virgil says. If you promise to stay by my side, then I would be more than happy to do so. It's that kind of Beauty and the Beast situation. Of course, there's no way I can promise that. Wait. Yes, okay, of course there's no way I can promise that. I know. I cannot ask that of you. That's precisely why the chain is necessary. Though it is charming that you would not even think to deceive me. He softly pats my head, and I instinctively back away from his touch. Apologies. I didn't mean to condescend. Please, pretend it didn't occur. Why did you do this to me? I suppose by now there is nothing left but to be direct about my intentions. Dearest Pale One, won't you grant me some of your blood? I have one option. No. He wants my blood? Absolutely not. Who knows what will happen to me? I might even contract the red plague myself. There has to be a way out of here. As I contemplate the means of my escape, he takes my silence as an answer and sighs. Just please consider it. For the both of us. I'll leave you be for now. Besides, I need to finish what I started in the other room. I'm sure you heard Benjamin screaming. Yes, I learned his name too. It was appropriate. Finish what he started? You wouldn't hurt me, would you? I'm sorry that it has come to this, chaining you to this room, but I promise I would never treat you badly, except for those other universes. I need you. Please make yourself at home. This room is yours to do with as you please. He starts to walk away again. I follow him for as long as and as far as my chain allows. Why am I doing this? Why do I yearn for him? I thought I was scared, but I don't know what to think anymore. Logic seeps through my fingers as my heart bounds after him. Standing in a doorframe, he turns around. For you to approach me this time, the fates have aligned, I'm sure, and for that I am grateful. Thank you, my dear Pale One. Suffocating loneliness envelops the dreary room once more. I have to go back to describing all of the scenery because that is what I do in my spare mental time. I make my way back to the meticulously made bed and slump down. Could I have known this would happen? What am I going to do? What can I do? The screams I hear in the distance grow louder and louder until they eventually stop, leaving me in their wake and a deafening silence more oppressive than their noise ever was. I slept. Apparently that tea was so good I passed out again. Had a nap, woke up, ate supper, went back to bed. That's the way to do it. Good morning, dear Padawan. Will you offer your blood today? I'm gonna ask. If I refuse, will you take more innocent people's lives only to prolong your own? You misunderstand. They're not people. Surely you would have realized that by now. Here, where darkness reigns and emptiness echoes, we are the only survivors. They're lost to the cycle, Pale One. They trudge on, possessed by something akin to instinct, but there's no soul left within. I find myself at a loss of words. I cannot deny that I have thought about the same thing he has, but it isn't right to reduce humans to nothing so easily. How can we know what goes on in their minds? How can you be so sure? Is it not mere arrogance to put yourself above everyone else like that? I am entirely certain. Pale One, if we have walked through the same streets, come across the same husks, then we both bear witness to that fact. But it's just like you to still think of them as human, as beings that still have hopes and dreams. I'm glad to see you still have that infectious optimism. It warms my heart. And I passed out again. I wish I could sleep like this lady does. I have fibromyalgia. I wake up exhausted all the time. So, like, for real, if I could pass out like that, like, homegirl, let me know your secrets. Text me. Virgil, good morning, dear Pale One. I hope you slept well. Will you offer me your blood today? I'm actually curious, because he seems to be, like, particular about us, and I'm thinking it's like a, what do they call that? Rebirthing, kind of like second life deal. Ask why you want the blood. I could tell you the answer, but you would not believe me. You never do. I promise to believe you, sir. Then I promise to believe you. Don't tell me. That's not an easy promise to keep. Tell me, Pale One, would you want to save this city if you could? To put an end to the eternal night? If we could bring things back to how they were, then surely that would be better. But I've tried so many things. It's nigh impossible to solve a problem if you don't even know the cause. He's going insane again. I might have picked the wrong answer. I'm taken aback as he laughs almost mockingly, though there is no amusement in his eyes. You know the cause? Ah, the cause. Of course I would know it, because I am the cause. This is my dreadful curse, Pale One. Its only saving grace is the way it binds me to you. He glances out the window towards the red moon. You did promise to believe me this time. Please, help me understand you. Help me understand this curse. Virgil says nothing. He closes his eyes and takes a moment to think of what to say, then looks at me with conviction. The flow of time is distorted in this place, which is why we cannot leave. We live in a pocket of the world governed by its own laws. Time folds and loops in on itself over and over and over again. It's not something the human mind was made to bear. With every passing reoccurrence, another loses their identity completely. And I am the only one who is forced to remember it all, not allowed the luxury of forgetting. I am but a prisoner of my own memories. What he's saying is hard to swallow. It's a lot, and I don't know how any of it could make any sense, but I am determined to keep my promise. I mean, I'm just saying if I were in that situation. I've seen what he describes. No one is themselves anymore. Perhaps they're nothing more than the husks he says they are after all. So you've lived through all of this only to see the world move further and further from its proper state? He gives a curt nod. I would like to believe that things do get better, that this city will be saved one day, but that hope is becoming increasingly difficult to hold on to. The more I ponder it, the more it feels like a lost cause. I mean, what is the point of dousing a house that has already turned to ash? Even if we were to lift this curse, what is left to rise from its shadows? But you're the only constant. Your pure soul is enough to withstand the weight of time piling up. His soft smile takes on a different meaning to me now. He must have lived in the loneliness of the worlds. If all he lives through isn't real to anyone else, then how could anyone else feel real to him? I've tried to approach you countless times, but somehow we are fated to end each other. Then time rearranges without a care. I am the only one who remembers what we've been through. In recent cycles I have kept my distance, for it hurts more to be with you than to simply watch from afar. That way, I thought, I could be content seeing you about your day, seeing you alive and untainted by my deeds. And me, I'm nothing more but a shadow of the man I once was. I too have lost myself, though not like the others. Their fate might be merciful compared to mine. This fiendish lust for blood has only intensified and makes me ashamed of myself. I grasp his shaking hand in mine, overcome with the desire to ease his suffering. Who would ever make up such a story like this? Why only tell me now? I am holding on to my promise in the deepest recesses of my heart, and that means discarding any doubt. Have you told me all this many times before? It must not be easy to stay kind and patient when all your actions are brought to naught time and time again, and no one else remembers any of it the next day. I have tried to tell you many times, but without the right lead-up, it is doomed to fail. You might run from me, or retaliate in violence. Sometimes you make fun of me, other times you grow frightened. I've seen almost every face you can make. But this kind of occurrence is rare, you looking at me with kindness. It is in many ways my greatest relief. Again, sorry for the dyslexia. But it's not new, it has happened before a handful of times. Those loops are the most painful. I grow attached to you only to lose you. That fated loss has not been overturned. So this time too, I'll resist the temptation to hope. My fingers trace the lines of his palm as he speaks. He does not stir, so he must not mind it. All I can do is listen in awe and hope that my warmth reaches him. But I am being unfair. I am only manipulating you by telling you one side of this tale. Pale one. My dearest, dead look in the eyes. Inside of me, another impulse tugs at my sanity. I can feel that unwavering need crawling under my skin, begging to be sated. I wish not only to have you for myself, more than anything I wish to ruin you. I know a crowd of people that would take that a different way. Knowing our inevitable final destination, why not let me be merciful and end you myself, knowing that it is out of love? Seeing you twist up and contort in pain, or letting you submit to the wiles of something primal and terrible, crushing the one good thing left in this miserable nightmare. I know that it is all temporary, so why bother with decency anymore? Nothing means anything, and shame ceases to exist. It's no more real than a fairy tale to anyone but me. My downfall is mine alone to witness. He's losing it. As he speaks, he grips my hand tightly. His nails dig into my skin, ouch, but not enough to draw blood, okay. call your bluff. You're testing me. You're trying to scare me off before you find yourself actually caring again. None of this is a bluff, dear Perry. It is all true. If you could see the fates I put you through, recall the things we've made them feel, you would not want me anywhere near you. You would loathe me. You're holding back even now, aren't you? Otherwise, you would have forcefully taken my blood. Your dedication is admirable. And if it matters to you so much, show me those fates then. I want to remember. If we're the only ones who will live through this tragedy, then I want to be there for all of it. My beautiful, innocent Palin. Why, I have yet to answer your question. In order to end this cycle of terror, I need your blood, for only yours can purify my curse. I have tried taking it forcefully, but it never works. You lose your purity. Indeed, you must offer me your blood without coercion, in faith and innocence. Then, and only then, will the curse lift and the eternal night end. And everything will return to how it once was? I'm afraid I cannot answer that, as I have never gotten to that point. We would have to wait and see. He seems to like that idea. However, I do not believe the damage wrought can be undone. Those whose minds have been ground to dust will likely collapse physically as well. In fact, I do not know the effects of introducing a regular flow of time to those who have been in a closed loop for so long. Now that's a question. Like, you ask me that on a first date, I'm gonna be like... Then, isn't it dangerous? What about you? Or me? A vampire cannot live to face the sun, right? What kind of life would you even lead? Silence. Would you believe me if I said that I hadn't thought about it? No, I would not believe you. This whole time I have been working towards an empty goal. I do not know what lies beyond it, but I have nothing else to try. That's not the right way for anyone to live. There has to be some point to all of this madness. How do you even know that it is that this is the only solution? Oh great, who is he? The one who orchestrated this ordeal. Before he left, he told me that you were the key to all of this. I didn't understand the significance of any of it at the time. In fact, I didn't even realize what had happened. And here I thought that this was all your fault. He laughs humorously again. But I am a villain, all the same. Aren't you playing right into his hands by following his command? Don't you want to defy the one who took everything from you? Ah, I know that expression. It's one I used to wear. Of course, by the time I realized the inescapable gravity of my fate, I was furious. My rage was an unquenchable flame. But time dulls all senses, and there is no direction for this feeling. I took it out on you many times, but that only made me feel worse with each passing loop. Tears. Of course, who knows how long it has been for him. Perhaps he himself can no longer keep track. The feelings of someone who might as well be an outsider hearing this for the first time can't begin to compare. I don't think it's right, any of this. His acceptance of, as a role of some great evil is saddening. I won't have it. But what can we begin to do? I couldn't possibly care about lifting the city's burden. Now that I've told you all this, it might be enough. It feels like some weight has been lifted off my shoulders. You truly are skilled at keeping your promises. It is but one of my many talents. Surely, through all of this time, you must have seen them in action. For example, fearlessly going through with plans anyone else would have deemed too absurd to attempt. Such as Ending up on my doorstep without having spoken a single word to me before, like a creep? Maybe. What on earth were your intentions? Well, talk about innocence. Don't make fun of me. How could I ever? I came to confess my love. Oh, he likes that. You don't leave me speechless too often anymore. It'll be quite a shame when I have to part from you at this time. Who says we have to? Oh, you would grace us with even more absurd plans. We can be tied together for all of eternity by forgetting about this tragedy and denying the mastermind the payoff he's been waiting for. I pull him towards me, and with my mouth close to his ear, I speak in a hushed voice. I know of the tales they tell. For once, we can make this red plague our blessing. Let me have your blood instead, to become what you are, and to stay here by your side forever. You don't know what you're saying. No, not really. You would throw everything away for me. I mean, you don't have to worry about health care. That is what I came here to do in the first place. In fact, what do you believe I am throwing away? There's nothing here, nothing left. Not for me, nor for you. I've tried to take control of my destiny many times. I've kept my distance in hopes it would afford you some peace. I have lost hope entirely. But I suppose I have never tried submitting to your will. What do we stand to lose? Less than we stand to gain. Oh, I apparently also have sharp teeth. The sensation of sinking your teeth into someone else's neck is a strange one. It takes a lot of determination to pierce the skin, the muster to courage to follow through. I have never been one to hurt others, oops. But I know that this pain I inflict is entirely desired, and based on his reaction, I dare say it is somewhat pleasurable. It makes me happy. I never knew how good it would be. I never knew how good it would feel to drink blood. The taste of his blood is nostalgic. It's the 90s and wrapped in a human form. I'm old. Leave me alone. Virgin. Yes. Will you be mine? Always was, my dear Pale. Always was. Oh, and 5, embracing the night. Well, I'd call that a good ending. Alright. I'm gonna call it there at embracing the night. I really liked this. This was very, very fun, funny, interesting, and kept me on my toes, that's for sure. I couldn't predict the story entirely. I had a few moments. And despite the gamer logic, I give this 5 out of 5. This is a great little story, a wonderful little adventure. Kudos to the developer, if I can pronounce it correctly. It is by Nefferinthia on Steam. It was released today. I highly recommend you go check it out for yourself. It's free to play, so you don't have to pay anything. You just gotta have a computer. But with that, everyone, thank you so very much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, let me know what I should improve, because this is video number 2, and have an excellent day.